In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change and also change over the oil filter. So yeah, let's do it. To check the oil level of the bike, you want to warm the bike up first. Make sure you do it in a well ventilated area, either outside or with the garage door open. Once it's warmed up, you want to either sit it on a bike stand or put a shim between the stand and the ground so that the bike is as straight as you can get it. The bike's warm. On the side here you can see the looking glass. It'll have a full and a low mark. You can see today that the oil is a little bit on the low side, but you know, we're changing that over. If you look up the top here, that's where you fill the oil up. It specifies what weight oil you need. 10W40 weight we need for this bike. And off to the side there, got the oil filter. So you just remove those 3 bolts and that filter will come out. You want to make sure that you've drained the oil out of the engine first before you remove the oil filter and change that over, otherwise it's going to be pretty messy. I'm looking in from the other side of the bike now. I'll show you where the oil drain nut is. So if you move around just to under the bike and then in under the fairing there. Hopefully you can see that. There's a oil drain nut. You want to back that off, pull that out, and then the oil will drain. There's a hole in the fairing at the bottom. Put an ice cream container under that. Needs something to hold at least 2 litres. I think this bike will take about 1.5 litres today. So I'll show you that hole. So moving the camera under the bike. There's that hole for the oil to come out of. And yeah, the drain plug is directly above that. To get the drain plug out, you want to use a 17mm socket. Put a tarp down first because you won't be able to get the container under there, and then use an extension bar on your socket. Just go up through that hole that I showed you earlier. Get that on there and just crack it. And then once that's cracked, slide the ice cream container underneath and then take the rest of it out with your hand. While that's draining, just inspect the drain plug. They have a magnetic tip on it and they get any sort of fine metal shavings from the engine just onto that. So have a look at that and just take any of those shavings off. With the bike drained, we can now remove the oil filter. So just crack that with a 10mm socket, 3 nuts on there. Cover comes off and you just get the oil filter out. When you put the oil filter in, there's two ends. One has a larger hole that's open, and the other one has a hole in it but it's not really open. The large hole end, that will go in first, and the smaller hole on the outside. And just put that on like that as it come off, and yeah, do it back up. With the new oil filter in, we can put the drain plug back in before we fill the engine up with the new oil. Now we'll fill the engine up with some oil. We'll remove the filler plug, pop a funnel in there. I've measured out 1 litre so far, because that's how big my measuring jug was. So pour that in to the top of the funnel. Probably can't see this, but yeah, we'll do what you can fit in your measuring jug first, in this case 1 litre, and then I'll do the other ½ litre after this. Just putting in the last 500 mils. using my missus's lovely measuring jug from inside, so hopefully she's not too filthy. And there she is standing behind me smiling. So she can't be that annoyed. And that's the full oil change done. Just remember to put the that plug back in. Easy. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you've got any questions, just shoot a comment below and I'll get back to you. I've got a couple other videos as well. You might find those helpful too. So be sure to check those out, and yeah, thanks for watching.